Dr. Frederick Appoh, or say the Kumasi Expressway, Kumasi Accra Expressway, it has been planned with a high-speed intercity rail line connecting major cities and cargo links to the Boankra Inland Port.
Don't forget, even at the time of independence, some people said it was not necessary for Ghana to have independence. When Accra, the Akosombo Dam was about to be built, people said, how many people were in Ghana? We don't need it. Accra Tema motorway. So it is always difficult to imagine how to do things that people can't comprehend until it's done. Some people will not believe that it will be done. Not too long ago, you heard people say that Accra Kumasi Expressway, the design alone will take 18 months before we start clearing. As you can see, we've cleared more than 20 kilometers already.
It is a way Ghana ni nasa enne oda suka Dalton Thomas na wakai Yesu asore on the jine wanim ni o hye obo.
When the president visited us last December, he made a promise to us that he was going to pay all his certificates, and he paid. How much? Paid 78 million, all the outstanding certificates, dollars. Yeah. So he paid. We've been able to finish ahead of schedule. You finish ahead of schedule. So when will you finish? July this year.
This thing that the minister is doing is just crying fake tears.
Why?
It's not, because there's something. One, every region, each of these regions have a regional highway authority.
And a
there's a regional highway director. So it shouldn't take the minister to go and see that the Bole Bamboy Road, the contractor is not there.
I say, a friend is enchi to Elibu. A honey is a hini apacho, hinimwa. I will have pacho. Contractor mobilization fee wama. MC Ako can be wama. Highway commission offense authorities. How can be wama. Road minister namu announces oba once you a duty sector minister bed. Obia prefer the road minister here no. Me pacho wa won pay the road minister here no catch me. Our comment section as name no.
New Edibuasi Town Roads, Bekwe to Eburi Road, Kumau to Drobusu Road, and Tepa Maso to Subrusu to Fanti Roads. These roads.
How does Bekwe connect to Eburi?
Bekwe to.
Adi anu tuze na okan. What is a WhatsApp group na omuomu and you two so can we? Nti wanga se oni mu adwene. Ebe, I am more communication ye de kakrai. And now on the big push, MPP volley be and your question marks. Let me say I saw it coming. Dr. Joshua Zato or PhD home. Was I a lecturer? Was it sir road minister? Nega now you know. Sir travel and don travel and see keke. Now sir gaga we ojaye and cotton officer. Obenya man for momo ye adwuma yi. Na hwehwe ni mu eni sikasa yenko a. Me say who you are and da ho. Na MPP communicator member ba ku bia. Chese nan kokogu NDC fo anim support all. Say kwan omoye no omoboa. Di omobosu yi na anye kwan omocha da omoye bia sa. Na onko kan okobo bekwai. Na bekwai no be olidi bekwai no gogodu ye no. Ana presenter say sabra. We are sure. Bekwai to aburi. Kwan be na wo ka kire yi. Afi no me say na wunnim na wan ye research na wo ba. But the good news and say and finally after the enye rumors enye reported bio is happening. Ghana railway line ever happen between Kumasi and Accra Expressway no so no. And chechema ba ko beda the other side. Na ba ko the other side. Now you benya cargo train. The cargo rail line no e bi beda so. Ansana and the befa nipa eso befa so. Ni na no are ready. And I'm say wow, beautiful. Now there's a timeline. Na ye nanim say in 2027 and the BCA. When it comes to Takoradi to Agona Road no. But new information about ebe so early. Ebe happen 2026. In fact, say see amenu ka say aka 2 months pe. And a dualisation no. A dualisation. Na say oti wey, na say oti say MPP ni e ka tell say road minister ne travel and turn nyansa nima je na obeka kire no na abrante na oka be kwai to aburi na oye research ye de anase yesom anana nso onso be so obeka bi ana obeka bi adai na ade no ekoye ne na yepe but some of the MPP people no say omonti ase why I don't get it catch me comment section na say we wie dia subscribe like say mo nua so eja bi hwedi no e ba ko pe maxi billion I will naked true to old but trends na ene yanka bi shemu ana the Ghana Railway for epeni awoye Dr. Frederick Appoh or say the Kumasi Expressway Kumasi Accra Expressway no it has been planned with a high speed intercity rail line connecting major cities and cargo links to the Boankra Inland Port. And I'm saying beautiful, wonderful. I am your pressure, a big summer pressure no. Yen just that. You say we need roads. At the same time, we need rail lines. We need trains. Yeah, but see, you enjoy the two beauty when it comes to journey on the road. Yeah, but see, you nabi. Yeah, but say landing back Ghana, USA, Embra Ghana. Yeah, yanti man yasikan tu kwa bro train no. Anya train uzubetena bi Ghana ha. Na wey madika be catch some bi pen. But at that time, now afen no me feasibility studies. But this time around, almost say o say ye ampa. Jumadi no machem kena say dey e finalize. Road minister amwo mo kwan enti na Ghana Railway for to catch me no mienu. Full vim say ye be cargo train ebe for Kumasi Accra Expressway way ana asenso boache to ne boase fa pen e fa paper anadu de so obi ada no tre letter tintintintin de come president John Dramani mama say president yi masa ebe ye jai na dualisation na nado any bo mi start ye no aye ana mama kas oh men worry minya me ye be dualisation ye be say Accra Kumasi Expressway na mama the same Accra Expressway yai and there certain people in the MPP no much as yet doubting Thomas's almost so enye emfa and you don't know say progress na you never progress aku anim no say ebi muti bia Ghana na anga so mo mpeo but and the greater news enye just the great news because Accra Kumasi Expressway no sa kwan na eba be no kwan na great news but say ye wo cargo train and it's a trains a high speed now we say when I was speaking about railways and trains I had one person in Germany briefly dika krafa me me sure in the crowd was after me now say oh train to Germany to UK but much about best 50 euros in any boy den I'm say eba had ya omo government there obese subsidize I won't subsidize you have to subsidize it na yetimanya biafro na yesika ya he friend say nanu ya VIP 200 Ghana from Kumasi to Accra no yesu now say train now go 400 yentimi twia ene wa anya kran keye but subsidy dey hu here Ghana you have to a must so the government have to find means and ways because on twia Germany no ma twia ne anya pe and the government be hu bibi but na yenim say beba emma ene CEO Frederick Appoh say eba a high speed intercity rail line ebe connect Accra Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi ebe connect these two regions ama na Ghana for ye hwatoye ana me say ababa ayoyo way eba na yo afa aduma no kan si esia no sa na road minister honorable Kwame governs Agbodza papa no eso akasafa Accra Kumasi Expressway was say certain people in the opposition your more doubting Thomas and I'm so I didn't come over and go so no and come on go so and say timeline no amount for say feasible almost by 2027 no more we say eh na Ghana ya kwan yi na nkura de odi ma amount for yi ye less kilometers of road no eno kura no emfa contractor back kwan so uko ye pe no so sako ohini timi pa contractor cho oma MC pa contractor cho oma MP pa contractor cho oma friend say ohini pa oma timafo ka oma enti way what the mom we are what will be the difference? And I say die military for na the kind clearing na wie the aka no adwuma na aka no or full vim say John Dramani mama pressure now the man no they complete it on time.
Don't forget, even at the time of independence, some people said it was not necessary for Ghana to have independence. When Accra, the Akosombo Dam was about to be built, people said, how many people were in Ghana? We don't need it. Accra Tema motorway. So it is always difficult to imagine how to do things that people can't comprehend until it's done. Some people will not believe that it will be done. Not too long ago, you heard people say that Accra Kumasi Expressway, the design alone will take 18 months before we start clearing. As you can see, we've cleared more than 20 kilometers already. And we are combining crash programming, the clearing, the studies and the design and everything so that we can finish on time. In politics, everything is a choice. You can choose to spend public funds on doing other things. You can choose to do things that matter to people. So yes, it's not going to be easy, and it hasn't been easy since President Mahama took office. But things that we committed ourselves to in the name of the people, we are funding them. Who would have thought that without borrowing, without anything, we have paid 12 billion, we are still paying contractors under the big push. Today, how many people believe that the big push is not realistic when they can see this happening every day? So it is not unusual for people to, and I wish that especially professional bodies, before they speak, I wish they come to the ministry to get exactly what we are trying to do, especially professional bodies related to the built environment, the engineers. In any case, the largest collection of active civil engineers in the country are with the Ministry of Road and Highways. Where else can you find the largest number of active civil engineers or quantity surveyors? It's only the ministry and then the agencies. So if these are the decision makers at the ministry, you can't sit outside and think that you know better than them, because they are also actively involved. In any case, many of the people, including people leading the professional bodies, were not too long ago staff under the ministry or the agency. So I think Ghanaians should just rally around.
And to say we Ghana ni na say enne wo da suka Dalton Thomas ne wa kai Yesu asore on e gina wanim ni o hye obo or more promise say this will end ebe change ebe sesa sa Accra Kumasi Expressway no that 2027 no maka say be duru ono mawie no omo ntwe ma John Mama be sie wie ase na so afede ma be lanchi ro debi obeye abra da so te so our president ene ba Ghana amsi mo oyiwa nkomo say na udi a de no ye petie na de pa na consultant edima Takoradi any Agona Junction road dualisation no wey $78 million ka Ghana yabo. Now according to Kofi Adjei Frimpong, or say originally nanga so omuye by March 2027, but as it stands now sika ofi akwalansu omu sika hu dollars hu 78 million and I'm say eh ya kwada say hwe famia na ka na sem enka ma bro kam ya na enka mada na so mi sika na mi ma ba eti omu sika no film na ba ma say ade anke say esi March 2027 means enka mo several months ahead of them no hwe kai o ma ye adwuma ne 10 by July 2026.
We are supposed to complete it within 36 months. That's 3 years. But we want to complete ahead of schedule because the contractor has a lot of resources. He has a plant, he has asphalt plant, quarry plant and everything. When it was awarded, basically it was the payment. The contractor worked for I think about 1 year or almost 2 years without payment. So that was a challenge. So there was no money for the contractor to pay the compensation for works to go on in the towns. But when the president visited us last December, he made a promise to us that he was going to pay all his certificates. And he paid. How much? He paid 78 million, all the outstanding certificates, dollars. Yeah, so he paid. We've been able to finish ahead of schedule. You will finish ahead of schedule. So when will you finish? July this year. End of July. Just this year, July. Residents will use that. Yes, they will use the road.
And now you May, and May, June, July 2026. Now I'm hand it over. Takoradi Agona Junction road dualisation no. Ama amo use Takoradi ne Agona no. Omo nya kwanda yusu me say, hey, Sa sika ya de na yi ampa. Wana ka se sika na be ma wate. Sika ti omo se ene ye be bre kura kowo ma. Ye be di sika ye be daji ye okay. Edi omaje omosom. Am say when they find the contractor no way. Sa contractor me say why mo na ba so ma me. Just more until say Marapoma any sa black voter for no omo de omo for mo adwene ye ma omo dwuma na mo nye Marapoma for so de the man a okọ ohun say minister ba no so asaba black voter no na ohene pa na chokro wansi ho na nye wo highway friends authority for mugra don fa mo nya hwe na eno ana MPP one of their communicators Dr. Joshua Zato papa no o say wo problem and am say wo problem eno de yan no say na road minister sa travel and tour ya oyi mfa so be na waso amafo gas o the 7 a friend is saying cars and enam the convo no was no say chirchirem o say de oyi enkobeti ma relax na watwen na watra ni office na wa ma sector ministers MCs ho DCs ho na nkomo supervisor adwuma yi highway authority for ho so
You
fantastic.
know, Roland, I perfectly agree with my brother Solomon on this particular issue. Roads are very important. If you ask me, one of the biggest things the NDC is doing, and where I come from, Sala, is big push.
Which areas?
No, the road
on which routes?
The road from Tumu to Chuchuliga to Bolga is getting done. The contractor is there, and from Tumu to Chuchuliga to Navrongo. That's towards the one connecting Upper West to Upper East. Okay. The contractor is there, and you can see that's a man working. If you look at the other one, from Watu West to PNW Ganam is there, working all the way towards Sabuli, I think, to Heng. The west part of the road, as I've said a number of times, happened to be Heng to JFC. The last time I was there was no contractor. I cannot sit here and say the contractor has not gone there. I can't do that. Then from JFC to Tumu, there was a contractor. So that the west part is where there was no contractor. I pray and hope the contractor is there. That is the thing. So the big push, but this thing that the minister is doing is just crying fake tears.
Why?
It's not, because there's something. One, every region, each of these regions have a regional highway authority.
And a director.
There's a regional highway director. So it shouldn't take the minister to go and see that the Bole Bamboy Road, the contractor is not there. It shouldn't take that.
Yeah.
And even the districts have the district executive and regional ministers. It shouldn't take the minister to go there and say they are not there. Have these people been working? We've not seen any regional minister touring these roads, tell us that the contractor is not there. They too can command the same.
So you would wish that they take their assigned responsibilities.
Good. Then the second thing, you see, this is what I'm saying. The big push is something we shouldn't politicize, because it is one of the biggest, it's the brightest spot for this government. I will say that. The big push is the brightest spot for this government because it shapes lives, it manages lives. Then think, you see, when the Media Foundation of Africa talked about the single source contracting, one of the arguments the government made was that a lot of these contractors were already on site. So it doesn't make sense to go and remove PNW Ghana from working on the road, or try to now go and open that part for when he's already on there. It makes perfect sense, even from a non-person like me. But now we are now beginning to say that is what is happening. So you now give it to them. A lot of them took the money and they are not doing. That is problem. So because they didn't, so let me say they didn't suffer or struggle to get it. They took the monies and part their, and that is also the problem. So we need to be able to go. But the minister going to do this is not, I think that because
for you it's a non-starter.
I'm not saying it's a non-starter. I'm saying that there are measures. And sometimes when we don't activate these measures, what if there's another road minister who doesn't go around like this?
It rather exposes the lapses in the system. I see it from a positive angle that our regional engineers, highway engineers, the consultants cannot be trusted.
I agree with
because
you.
They are the people that are generating these interim payment certificates for us to pay. What sort of inspections do they do? In one breath, one of the interviews that the minister was interviewing the consultant on the road, the consultant created a pressure. He didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah.
He had no clue. He hadn't been on site.
And that should not be possible.
That should not be possible. So, alternatively, I rather believe that what the minister is doing is the right thing. Trust but verify.
Okay.
As a minister, your trump card or the trump card is to trust, but always make sure to verify.
In that case, he should have included the local people, especially the House office.
Yes.
And told them that, look, we have given Hamza this amount of money to do your road. If it's not on their road, hold him, because he should have built other coalitions
I think
outside the political system.
One of the inspections, I heard him say, I think at the halfway area, there was a chief there, together with the Queen Mother, that he was telling the chief that we have given the contract to this, so he's supposed to finish on this day. So I thought that was supposed.
So he should build coalitions outside the political and business system.
Yes.
To now say that, look, the government has done this for your route. I'm sitting in Accra.
Yes.
You are here. Yes. The contractor is not here. So also bring whatever traditional power. Then when you do that, it begins to work. But at the end of the day, we need to make sure that this program, this policy becomes a success.
Sure.
If it is not, it will take us so many years back.
I say, correct. Friend say, enchi to elibu. Ehon ye say hini apacho, hini mua. Ewo ha apacho. Contract aji mobilization fee wama. MC ako can be wama. Highway Commission Defense Authorities out can be wama. Road Minister namu announce say oba ho once yo. Education sector minister bede. The Oyo Road Minister overall boss now on the contract name no. Ono kura mpo step on the land. The man didn't appear. Oh. Zato. We are my man for cassette MPP kwa. We are my man for cassette MPP for me enemies of progress. Because sad the big push agenda unless say wa kwan yenuru ho se yenuru kwan ho de yase ye chena unyenya bi dia woni ntimi ba obi a ya cha bia ninsan ka bia no ninsan ka obi ani age obi a yoki obi a prefer the road ni say ye no me pa cho wa on pay the road ni say ye no ka kire me o comment section na say na mom no say the Joshua Jato kan say eno so diabolical pa cho ka kire me because I don't get it. The road minister ni ye no he's achieving results. But osin go nyai na nko on office. But adentin na ye be fa road minister na oti office. Eno na me feel a friend is in Kennedy Japan. The strategy na so wini an commission no. O say ohun de nti agri minister oti Accra ye no ho. Energy minister nko wi akoto akone Takoradi side ho na energy center yi ni nagu. Enka obeti chama ma baby ese wo no pe ministry no akwache ho. Road minister ye dama not Accra nko na ye kwan. But sa na nka Joshua Jato ese won konko na MPP communicator we minim next time yasuma na won kan ye ade no tu se na o kan wo tu se WhatsApp group na omwo mu no ana etum se okwa kan we ndi wanga se oni mu adwene enti wo zo follow information kakra
new Edibuasi town roads Bekwe to Eburi road Kumau to Drobusu road and Tepa Masoto Subrusu to Fanti roads. These roads
how does Bekwe connect to Eburi?
Bekwe to what?
You know when you are scripted.
Allow me, please. Allow me to do my because Bekwe, where Bekwe is and where Eburi is. Do you know where Eburi is?
Eburi? No. Bekwe road is an error. Bekwe road.
Ebe, I am more communication yet the kakrai. Our branch and started say Obobo road so officer. Road minister no nanam. Travel and Tony net to share and ye. Na hono ko bo Bekwe. And of course o kan Bekwe was a day. I say, bodini you. Bekwe, I no ko bo say Bekwe to Aburi. Ana also say o say Bekwe to Aburi say I say no ni Bekwe ne da. Ano ni baby Aburi so da. Afi Bekwe emesi wagu. Once when you win so. You collect your eyes. When do you win so? Bekwe to Aburi. Hey. Adai. Accra to Kumasi Expressway graph na ba na Bekwe to Aburi. Oh. Chamai. Who ya we before ni mase. But winning and some MPP for communicators ekasafa the big push agenda no ho. Omo mark na omo mark omo say. The omo kan ye mu agree. Anasi mu agree. But the greater news and say Ghana Accra to Kumasi Expressway no. Railway na eba no. Cargo train ebefa so. At the same time, the rail line na ebefa ni pano so. Ebefa so. Na ye be no side and side of the Accra Kumasi Expressway. Where any insema the Chief Executive Officer Frederick Appoh and then Odiamaye. Now the other better news and it's Takoradi Agona. Then get some end sa road and hand over by March 2027 but 78 million e go kan contractors just must say dey be what twen bananim enti by July 2026 that road is complete no we that road minister ensaka according to road minister sa Accra Kumasi Expressway no wa na unyi nibia na gidi o se timeline de ma 2027 amanfo se enye ho o se ebe ye ho nti sese no eye bet o beti road minister honorable Kwame govern achi and as o beti omo e dat Thomas nachi so far me de road minister approve ese obetima ya adwuma nti me beti nachi o so beti wan achi ka kire me our comment section as we are subscribe like share na onua so enya bi ehwedi no e ba ko be max billion I will naked true to old Burger Trends Macau. Bye bye.